in 10 hours. Then in 13 hours, it can go 40 kilometer upstream and 55 kilometer downstream. This information, we have to find out the speed of the stream as well as the speed of the boat. So we have assumed the speed of the boat as x kilometer per hour. Then the speed of the stream, nothing but speed of running water, it was assumed as y kilometer per hour. Then what is the speed of the boat in upstream? Speed of boat in upstream, it will be x minus y kilometer per hour. X minus y kilometer per hour. Then what is the speed of the boat in downstream? We know that in case of downstream, along with its speed, even the running water speed is also added, so that it will be x plus y kilometer per hour. Then after that, we took both the situation. In the first situation, the boat goes 30 kilometer upstream and 44 kilometer downstream. To cover this much distance, it will take total 10 hours. Similarly, in the second situation, it covers 40 kilometer in upstream, 40 kilometer, similarly 55 kilometer in downstream. So altogether it takes 13 hours. But here we do not know the time taken by the boat to cover 30 kilometer in upstream. So we have a formula to find out time. Time is equal to distance by speed. So distance is kilometer and speed. Speed in upstream is x minus y. Then it covers 44 kilometer in downstream. The time taken to cover 44 kilometer in downstream is distance 44 kilometer by speed. In downstream, its speed will be x plus y kilometer per hour. So altogether it takes 10 hours. And even we had got another equation here. In the second case, it covers 40 kilometer in upstream. Time taken is 40 by x minus y hours. Then the time taken to cover 55 kilometer, it is 55 by x plus y hours. Altogether, it is 30 hours. I think you had written up to here, right? So, honey, yes or no? You had already saw.
Sir, unmute your audio.
Yeah, some students have already started. So here we have the equations, and these equations should be reduced to pair of linear equations in two variables. For this purpose, which method is followed?
UV method.
UV method. So
Method, sir.
now let us go for calculating by UV method. If you have written, you just cross check with my writing. If not, go on copying with me. Here, I'll assume 1 by minus y is equal to u, because 1 by x is common. Even see that 30 is the multiple of 10, 40 is the multiple of 10. Even 10 by x minus y is also common. Got it? Followed? Tarini? Okay. Next, similarly here also. Okay, 1 by x plus y. It is common. Or else we can also assume this as 11 by x plus y. The reason is 44 and 55, they are the multiples of 11. So here just I'm taking 1 by x minus y as u and 1 by x plus y as v. Now, how do you rewrite the first equation? This is
30 U plus 44 V is equal to 10.
equals 10.
Yes, 44V, which is equal to 10. Second equation, it is
40 U plus 55 V.
55V, it is equal to
13.
30. So I call first one as equation 1, second one as equation 2. How do you go for solving them? Elimination, substitution, cross multiplication, or AS method?
Elimination.
Cross multiplication, sir.
Cross multiplication. Won't you find it difficult?
Method.
By any method.
Elimination.
One of the methods can be followed.
Elimination,
But
sir.
the easiest one, as we know, it is
Elimination.
elimination method. Let's go further. Here, let us go for equalizing U term only. How do you equalize?
120, sir.
By multiplying 40 and 30.
Multiply 4
40
and
into 3.
Listen here. If you go for multiplying this by 30 and second equation by 30, calculation unnecessarily it will be more.
3 and
4
4.
and
3
3,
and
sir.
4, sir.
4 and 3.
4 and 3.
Four and
Very
three.
good, very good. Look here, 3 and 4. Here, 4 and 3. 34s are 120. 43s are 120. This will be easier. So let us multiply equation 1 by 4 and equation 2 by 3. Now, write it. The first equation is rewritten as 34s are 120. It is 120U. 44 fours are 160. 4 fours are 60. It is 176V. Then 10 fours are 40. Have you got the same equation? Because first equation is same. I expect from Sudarshan, Mohammed Sohan, Nishka.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next,
Yes, sir.
let us multiply second equation by 3. 43s are, it is 120, 120U plus 55 3s are, 50 3s are 150, 5 3s are 50, it is 160V, which is equal to 13 3s are, is 39.
39.
Let's go for changing the sign. Here,
1 by 11 it will come.
this is minus and here also minus. U term get cancelled. 176V minus 165V. It is
11.
11. Others, 6 minus 5, 1, 7 minus 6, 1. Next, 40 minus 39,
Equal to 1.
1. So V is equal to
1 by 11.
11. We got V value. Let's go for finding U value by substituting this in any one of the two equations. So let us substitute V is equal to 10 in equation 1. Equation 1 is 30 plus 44V. So it is 44 into where V is 1 by 11. This is equal to 10. So let me continue that here. It is
11 and 44
30
get.
as it is plus you may cancel it by 11. 11 ones are
1 by
11
4,
four.
sir.
Then
1 by 5, sir, U.
4, it is equal to 10. Then is equal to 10. Transfer 4 to the right hand side, it becomes minus 4. 10 minus 4 is 6.
6.
Now U equal to
1
6
by
by
5.
30 is nothing but 1 by
30.
5. Have you got same?
Yes, sir.
Now, but we want the values of x and y. We got both u and v, and u is taken in place of 1 by x minus y, and v is taken in place of 1 by x plus y. So using that statement, let us go for simplifying. Here are one. First, u is equal to 1 by 5, where u is 1 by x minus y, which is equal to 1 by
X
Then
minus
cross
Y.
multiply. Or else take the reciprocal. X minus y is equal to 5. You may call it as equation 3. Similarly, I take V. The value of V is 1 by 11. And V is taken in place of 1 by x plus, that's equal to 1 by 11. Again, take the reciprocal of both LHS and RHS. You
X
get
plus Y is
x
equal to
plus y
11.
is equal to 11. You may call it as equation 4. Let us go for solving equation 3 and 4. Where equation 3 is x minus y equal to 5. Equation 4 is x plus y equal to 11. X plus y is equal to 11. So you don't need to go for multiplying these equations.
Sir, x is equal to 8.
And also no need to change the sign. It's your right.
Yes, sir.
Here minus y plus y get cancelled. 1x
2x
plus 1
equal to
is
16.
2x.
X is
5
equal to
plus
8.
7.
Equal to 8, sir.
Very good.
X is equal to 16.
Equal to
8.
Y is equal to 3.
the speed of boat in still water. Next, we want y value so that substitute x
Y is equal
equal
to minus 3, sir.
Y is equals to 3, sir.
Y
I go
equals
for
to
taking second equation. Sorry, fourth equation. Fourth equation, it will be
3, sir.
8 plus y is equal to 11. Y is 3.
3.
Right. You write the conclusion.
Y equal to 3.
Therefore, the speed of the boat in still water, the speed of the boat in still water is 8 kilometers per, and the speed of the running water, nothing but stream, and the speed of stream is, it is 3 kilometers per hour. So as I said, it is one of the most important type of problem which is to be asked in the examination and which has already been asked many times, more than 3 to 4 times. So don't neglect this. Now related to that, I go for taking another one. Yesterday I had already given you one statement problem of same kind, just by changing the numbers. Is it not? So now I'm going to take another one. Yes, what is the problem number? I think 8.
9, sir, 9.
9.
9.
And this was also asked in the examination. It is similar to previous one. Not exactly right. Write one, put double star mark, and copy it. Can row downstream 20 kilometers in 2 hours. V2 can row downstream 20 kilometers in 2 hours. In 2 hours. Full stop. Sorry, comma. And upstream 4 kilometers in 2 hours. In 2 hours. Full stop. Find that first one. The speed of rowing in still water. The speed of rowing in still water and the speed of the current current means running water or flowing water, and the speed of current, in bracket you may also write stream. Just I'll give you the brief explanation afterwards. You can do that yourself. Look here. It is just like similar, but in each case, we had two situations going upstream, downstream, and taking some time. And second situation also going in upstream, then downstream. But here it is not like that. In each case, just one situation has been given. Please observe. Pratiksha, have you written? Okay, now observe. Ritu can row downstream 20 kilometers in 2 hours and upstream 4 kilometers in again 2 hours, other 2 hours. With this information, we have to find out the speed of rowing in still water, speed of the current. If you assume the speed of rowing in still water as x kilometer per hour and the speed of running water or stream y kilometer per hour, then could you tell what is the speed of rowing in upstream?
X plus 20
X
kilometers.
minus Y,
X
sir.
minus
X minus 20.
X minus Y.
minus y,
In downstream,
X plus Y.
y
X
kilometer
plus
per hour.
Y.
x plus y,
X plus Y.
Okay. Here, only here in the first sentence, they are given the time taken to cover 20 kilometers in downstream. So we have a formula to find out time. Time is
Distance
distance
by
by speed.
Speed.
First situation, what is the distance covered?
20 kilometers.
20 kilometers.
20 kilometers. And speed in downstream.
X plus Y.
X plus
Plus y. Then what is the time taken?
2 hours.
2
2
hours.
hours.
So 20 by x plus y equal to 2 hours. Then just go for cross multiply. It will be x plus y is
2
equal
of X
to
plus Y.
10. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next,
Yes, sir.
second one. Upstream 4 kilometers in 2 hours. Time taken to cover 4 kilometers. Again, distance by speed. Distance is 4, but it covers 4 kilometers in upstream.
X minus Y, sir.
Minus
X
Y.
minus y. And the time taken is
2.
2 hours.
2 hours. Ones are twos are. So x minus y is equal to 2. It is the second equation. And very simple. Have you understood? Prasthana HS.
Yes, sir.
Understood?
X
Okay.
is equal to 6, sir.
Now we can start writing with right. First.
Sir, speed of boat is 6 kilometers.
Going in still water.
y is
Water
10.
is 4 kilometers per hour.
1 minute. Answer.
Six and 4.
Very good. 6 and y is
4.
4. You are
y is
right.
4,
Correct. Right. Let the speed of rowing in still water, that is equal to x kilometer per hour. Speed of stream, nothing but running water, speed of stream, this is equal to y kilometer per hour. Next, speed of rowing in upstream. In upstream, it is x minus y kilometer per hour. These are the compulsory. You must write this. And speed of rowing in downstream, it is equal to x plus y kilometer per hour. Next, further. So we all know that speed is equal to distance by time, and time is equal to distance by speed. Let me take the situation 1, or you may take it as case 1. Case 1. It is, see that Ritu can row downstream 20 kilometer in 2 hours. 20 kilometer in 2 hours in downstream. Then, now we can write it as distance by time, that is 20. Distance is 20 kilometers. And speed in downstream, it is x plus y. 20 by x plus y. Totally, it takes 2 hours. Cross multiply and write it directly. X plus y is equal to 10. You may call it as equation 1. Let us take second situation. Case 2. In the second situation, she can cover 4 kilometers in 2 hours in upstream. Right. 4 kilometers in 2 hours, but it is upstream. Then this can be written as, that is taken to cover 4 kilometers. It is 4 by speed in upstream. It is x minus y, which is equal to, again, 2 hours. Now this can be written as x minus y is equal to 2. You may call it as equation 2. Now, let's move on to calculation. Right, calculation. By which method?
By elimination method.
Elimination method. It's very simple. By elimination method. So let me write both the equations as it is. Equation 1 is x plus y is equal to 10. Equation 2 is x minus y is equal to 2. Here plus y minus y get cancelled. Then x is equal to 12. X is equal to 6.
6.
Then substitute x equal to 6 in any one of the 2 equations. I go for taking first equation. Your first equation is x plus y equal to 10. It can be written as 6 plus y is equal to 10. Then y is equal to
10 minus 6 equal to 4.
So conclusion. Therefore, the speed of rowing is 6 kilometers and the speed of running water is 4 kilometers per hour. Right. Therefore, rowing is 6 kilometers per hour and stream is 4 kilometers per hour.
Sir, excuse sir.
Have you copied?
Yes.
It's over.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nisarga, copied. Or still you are copying? It's over. Okay. Devraj, Tushar, Sneha PB, over or not? Prem P. Kaleshwar, Prem. Okay. Chandu BS, Venkatesh, over. Okay, right. Now I'm going to give you another statement which is related to speed only. And this was also asked in the examination, I think 3 times. Is also very important. Please put 3 star marks. 3 star marks. Now it is and right. It is also from the textbook only. This is Ruhi. Ruhi travels 300 kilometers to her home, partly by train and partly by bus. Ruhi travels 300 kilometers, partly by train and partly by bus. Full stop. She takes 4 hours. She takes 4 hours. She takes 4 hours. If she travels 60 kilometers by train, remaining by bus. By train and the remaining by bus. Full stop. Another situation, if she travels 100 kilometers, if she travels 100 kilometers by train and the remaining by bus, she takes 10 minutes longer. She takes 10 minutes longer. So with this information, we have to find out the speed of the train and bus separate. Right. Find the speed of the train. And the bus separate. Speed of the train and speed of the bus separately. Again, first I'll go for giving you the brief explanation regarding the statement. Then afterwards you can go for solving it.
Sir,
Yes,
sir, that is 10 kilometer or 100 kilometers?
100 kilometers.
Sir,
She travels 100 kilometers. Listen, you may stop writing and observe the board. Sumuk, kick out. and Kishan Revankar. Look here. Once you go through the given statement, it is they are given a person, she is Ruhi, and she travels total 300 kilometer. For covering this 300 kilometer for transportation purpose, she will go for using two mode of transportation. One is train, second one is bus. See, she covers 300 kilometer partly by train and partly by bus. Amrita is today. Look at the board. Very madam. And there are two situations. Okay. In the first situation, she takes 4 hours if she travels 60 kilometer by train and remaining by bus. Total 300 kilometer. This is the distance to be traveled by Rohi. If she goes by train, covering the distance and covers a distance of 60 kilometer, what about the distance covered in bus?
240.
300 minus 60.
Yes,
240.
240
kilometers.
240.
240 kilometer ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Then similarly, second situation, if she travels 100 kilometer by train and the remaining by bus, then could you tell what is the distance traveled?
300.
200.
200, sir.
Correct. 300 minus 100 is 200. Then she takes 10 minutes longer, which means that earlier she had taken 4 hours. Now she will take 4 hours plus 10 minutes. So with this information, we have to find out the speed of the train and bus. Once you look at it, total distance to be covered is 300 kilometer. There are two modes of transportation. One is train, second one is bus. First, she'll go by train and covers the distance of 60 kilometer, and the remaining by bus. Remaining by bus means 300 minus 60. This will be 240 kilometer. Altogether, she takes. Next, in another situation, she covers a distance of 100 kilometer by train. 100 kilometer by train and remaining by bus. Remaining 300 minus 100, it is 200 kilometer. Altogether, she takes 4 hours plus 10 minutes. 4 hours, 10 minutes. Now, we have to form the equation. Look here they are given total time. It is just like a upstream and down boat related problem. Nilesh, you are not at all concentrating here. Look here. It is just like a upstream and downstream. Look here. Here also, we have one first by train and second one by bus. Hence, we need to find out the time taken by Rohi to cover each distance. What is that? With respect either train or by bus. I will find out more. And we have a formula to find out time. Time is distance by speed.
60
Now,
by x plus
wait.
240 by y equals to
Yes. You notice, I take the speed of train as x meter per hour and bus as y kilometer per hour. Now, distance covered by Ruhi, time taken by Ruhi to cover 60 kilometer by train. It is distance by speed. This is distance is 60, speed is x, 60 by x. Plus remaining by bus. Remaining means 240 kilometer, 240 by y, which is equal to 4. Do you have any doubt? Any doubt? If doubt is there, this symbol. If not, this symbol. Okay. Now, second situation. Distance time taken to cover 100 kilometer by train. It is 100 by x. Then time taken to cover 200 kilometer. It is
200 by
by y all together plus 10 minutes. Units are different. Convert 10 minutes into hour.
1/6.
10 by 60 hours. It's equal to here 1s are 6 are. It will be 6, 24 plus 1, 25. 25 by 6 hours. Got it? If you have understood, then we will move on to the actual statement to be written in data as well as calculation.
Sir, explain once again, sir.
Which part? Complete, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See that the total distance covered by Ruhi, it is 300 kilometers. For covering this, she will go for using two modes of transportation. One is train and second bus. Both will move with different speeds. We have assumed the speed of the train as x kilometer per hour, bus as per hour. In the first situation, it has been given that if she travels by train covering 60 kilometers and remaining by bus, she takes 4 hours. In another situation, if she covers 100 kilometers by train and remaining by bus, she takes 10 minutes more than 4 hours. That is more than the first situation. We have to frame the equation. In both the cases, total time taken to cover the distance has been given 4 hours, and another one is 4 hours plus 10 minutes. Hence, we will go for finding time taken by the train to cover 60 kilometers and time taken by the bus to cover 240 kilometers. That will be found. Formula T is equal to D by V. Here distance is 60 kilometers and speed is x. Here distance is 240, speed is 1. Similarly for second situation as well. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you may start writing with me. Write data. It is let the speed of train be x kilometer per hour. Next, and the speed of bus, let it be y kilometer per hour. Now let us go for writing each situation. Right. Situation 1. Situation 1. It is. First she covers, wait. The total distance covered, it is 300 kilometers. And that also. Total distance covered or traveled. Total distance traveled is equal to 300 kilometers. Now, in the first situation, she covers 60 kilometers by train and remaining by bus. 60 kilometers by train. Then remaining by bus in 4 hours. But we do not know the distance covered by the bus. That should be found. Right. Distance traveled by bus. That's equal to, this calculation is must. 300 kilometers minus 60 kilometers, it is equal to 240 kilometer. 240 kilometer. The equation. Equation is time taken to cover 60 kilometer by train. It is 60 by x plus and remaining by bus. Time taken to cover 240 kilometer by bus. It is 240 divided by y is equal to 4. Let it be as it is. Now let's move on to second situation. Situation 2. In the second situation, she covers 100 kilometer by train and remaining by bus. Right. 100 kilometer by train and remaining by bus. By bus.
Sir, speed of train is 60 kilometer per hour and bus is 80 kilometer per hour.
Correct. In 4 hours, 10 minutes. Now write the equation. This is 100 by x plus the distance covered by bus, that should be found out. Distance traveled by bus, it is equal. Total distance is 300 kilometer. In that 100 kilometer is covered by train. So minus 100, which is equal to 200. 200 kilo. And the time is, it is 4 hours 10 minutes. So 4 plus 10 by 60 hours. This is equal. Here, 1s are 6 are. This will be 26 hours. Now let us form the equation. This is 100 by x plus 200 by y, which is equal to 25 by 6. Now let us go for solving both the equations. By which method?
UV method.
Elimination.
By UV method, done.
Very good. Variables are in denominator. So that's why let's move on to UV method. Right. Calculation. See, in both the equation with respect to x term, 1 by x is common. So I write let 1 by x is equal to u. And with respect to y term, here 1 by y is common. 1 by y is common, so that let us take this as v. Now the first equation can be written as it is 60u plus 240v, which is equal to 4. Will you simplify this, or else whether you go for taking the equation direct?
Sir, we
What do
can
you do?
take 4 common. 4 common, sir.
Yes. Observe here 60, 240, and all the multiples of 4. Hence, you can divide both sides by 4. Then it will be 4 15s are 60. 4 1s are 4, 2 will remain. It is 20. 4 5s are 15u plus here 4 6 are 24. This is 60v. Here 4 1s are 4. You may call it as equation 1. Let me take the second equation. Second equation is, it is 100u plus 200v, which is equal to 25 by 6. How do you simplify this?
Divide by 6 on
Common,
both
sir.
sides.
25 common. 25 common.
Okay, 100 is a multiple of 25. is a multiple of 25. 25 itself is a multiple of 25. So you can divide both sides by 25. Divide by 25. Then 25 4s are 100, 25 8s are 200, and 25 1s are. So 1 by 6. Now you may go for cross multiply. Here denominator 6 is there. 6 4s are, it is 24. 24u plus 6 8s are 48. 48v is equal to 1. You may call it as equation 2. Let's go for solve. Now you can. Will you go for multiplying equations by any number?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Equation 1 by.
8,
Will you
sir.
go for 24?
No, sir. 8,
No.
120.
Very good. Very good. You know, 15 and 24 both are the factors of 120. Or else their LCM is 120. Hangagi you may take 15 8s are 120 and 24
5, sir.
5s are. So multiply equation 1 by 8 and 2 by 5. I'm going to rewrite the equation as multiply by 8. 15 it is 120. 120u. Then 68 sub, it is 48. Sorry, 480. That's equal to V. So that it is V. 8 ones are 8. Next, second equation. This can be rewritten by multiplying by 5. 24 5s are again 120u. 48 5s are how much? It is 240v. Then 1 5s are 5. You may go for changing the sign. This is minus, here is minus, and this is also minus. The first term get cancelled. Second term, 480v minus 240v, this will be 240v. Then 8 minus 5, this is 3. Then v is equal to
V is equal to 1 by 80.
1 by 80.
80.
Correct. We got v value. Let us find out u. Substitute v equal to 1 by 80 in any one of the two equations. Now, I'll take second equation in 2. Both can be taken, no difference at all. Okay, in 2, it is 24u plus 48v, where v is 1 by 8. It's equal to 1. You can cancel it.
16, sir.
8
16.
6 are 8 10s are. Then 2
3 by 5.
3s are 2 5s are. Any doubts? Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. 24u. This is equal to 1. Transfer 3 by 5 to the right hand side. It becomes minus 3 by 4. Take LCM and simplify. LCM is 5. This will be 5 minus 3. This is 2. 24u is equal to 2 by 5. Then 2 ones are 2 12s are. Cross multiply. U is equal to 1 by 5 into 12. It is 60. Yes. We got both U and V. Now let us go for finding X and Y. Here I'll write. You know that U is 1 by 60 and in place of U, you can write 1 by X. This is equal to 1 by 60. X equal to 60.
X is equal to 60.
V is equal to 1 by 80, where V is 1 by Y, it's equal equal to 1
Y is equals to 18.
y equal to 8. So you may write the conclusion as, therefore, the speed of the train is, it is x, that is 60 kilometer per hour. Therefore, the speed of train is 60 kilometer per hour. And the speed of bus is 80 kilometer per hour. Over. RN Shetty, Vijay SK, RN Shetty, Vijay SK, Madhavi,
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Vijay SK. Chance to Vijay SK as well as RN Shetty. RN Shetty, your video is not on. Now it is. Okay. Now we are moving to one more type. It is with respect to income, expenditure, and savings. And this type was also given in the examination. And we have already come to know the relationship among these three: income, expenditure, and savings. What is that relationship?
Income is equal to expenditure plus savings.
Yes, income equal to expenditure plus savings. And what about expenditure? Expenditure
Income
is
minus saving.
income minus savings. And savings is
Income
minus expenditure.
expenditure. Just know that this statement, a statement problem was given with respect to this relationship. So now let me go for writing the same. This was given. Please put double star.
Sir, area you not told.
Area, of course. Area textbook problems only it is there. I'll go for solving those. Right. It is 11th one. Put double star mark and write. The ratio of incomes of two persons. The ratio of incomes of two persons is 9:7. 9:7. And the ratio of their expenditures. Right? The ratio of their expenditures. It is 4:3. 4:3. If each of them manages to save, if each of them manages to save rupees 2,000 per month. Come on, fine. They are given only monthly incomes. Let's go for finding monthly incomes as well as expenditure. Right. Find their monthly incomes and expenditures. In textbook, it has been given only incomes, but in the examination, they've asked both income and expenditures. Written up. Have you written, Anushka? Varsha MS? Okay. Anshul? Tushar? Written? Sanjana? Have you written? Okay. Nisarga? Listen, this is very simple. But before going to solve that, just once we shall understand the given statement. It is the ratio of incomes of two persons. It is 9:7. As it is a ratio, we can go for assuming the common ratio. Is it not? Followed. I take the two persons as A and B. We do not know their incomes, but incomes are given in the ratio 9:7. That's another one. And the ratio of their expenditures. Their expenditures are also given in ratio, that is 4:3. Then each of them will save rupees 2,000 per month. For every month, each will go for saving 2,000 rupees. Person A will save 2,000 rupees. Person B will also save 2,000 rupees. We do not know their income. I go for taking the common ratio of incomes as X and common ratio of expenditure as Y. If income is 9:7, then what is the income of persons A and B? Is 9:7. What is the income of A? If I take common ratio as X?
9x,
9x,
9x rupees. B?
7y,
7x,
7y,
7x,
7x, sir.
Next, expenditure has been given in the ratio, that is 4:3. If I take common ratio as Y,
4y,
4y, 3y,
expenditure
4y and 3y.
Person B,
3y,
3Y. And we all know that the relationship among income, expenditure, and savings. Savings ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So that how
income
do you
minus
save it?
expenditure. Income minus
minus
expenditure.
expenditure. You know, with respect to person A, income is 9x minus expenditure is 4y. That's equal to 2,000. Next, with respect to person B, income is 7x and his expenditure is 3y. So 7x minus 3y. If you subtract that, you will get saving equal to 2,000. So these are the two equations. Is it not simple?
Yes, sir.
Is it simple or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
let's go for solving this. Write the data with data. Now, the ratio of incomes has been given, right? Ratio of let two persons be A and B for our reference only, or if you may take first person, second person, or as P and Q. It's all FT. Here I've taken A and B are two persons. Let two persons be A and B. Ratio of their incomes. Ratio of incomes, it is 9:7. Let the common ratio of income, or just you may write common ratio B X. Then A's income is equal to rupees 9x. Next, income of B, that is B's income is equal to rupees 7x. Now let me take another situation. It is with respect to expenditures. Right. Ratio of expenditures. Ratio of expenditures. It is 4:3. Next. Here also, let me go for taking the common ratio. But this common ratio be y. Let the common ratio be y. Then expenditure of A, right? A's expenditure, that's equal to rupees 4y. Similarly, expenditure made by B, it is rupees 3y. Next, we all know that the relation of income, expenditure and savings. Even saving is also given. It is rupees 2,000. Right now. Savings of each person. It is rupees 2,000. Next slide. You know that income minus expenditure. Income minus expenditure, that is equal to savings. Income minus expenditure is savings. Now let us with respect to each person. First I'll write with respect to A. Person A. His income is 9x, his expenditure is 4y, and savings is 2,000. You may call it as equation 1. With respect to B, his income is 7x minus his expenditure is 3y, which is equal to, again, savings is 2,000. Call it as equation 2. Please don't neglect in writing the information. Okay. Because I have observed so many students in the previous years, equations directly, but they expect full marks. In such a situation, it is not possible. You compulsory. Now, we'll move on to calculation. How do you go for solving x and y from these two equations? By which method?
Elimination.
Elimination.
Is it necessary to multiply equations
sir.
by any number?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Sir, 3 and 4, sir.
Very good.
first equation by 3 and second equation by 4, sir.
Yes.
Sir, 9
Let us
and
move on
7.
taking small numbers only. ಈಗ ನೀವು 7 and 9 ಬರೀಬಹುದು or else 3 and 4. Let me take small numbers. It is first equation by 3 and multiply second equation by 4. Let us rewrite the equation by elimination method. Elimination method, right? First equation, multiply by 3. 9 3s are 27, 27x. Then 4 3s are 12, 12y. 2000 3s are, it is 6000. Next, multiply second equation. 7 4s are 28, 28x. Then 3 4s are 12, 12y. It is equal to 2000 4s are, it is 8,000. Now you may go for changing the sign.
Sir, Y is equal to 4000.
X
Y-
is
X is equal to minus
2000 and y is
2000.
equal to 4000.
Sir, income of A is equal to 18,000. Income of B is equal to 14,000.
It is minus, this is plus,
1000
and
and
it is minus. Second term get cancelled. 27x minus 28x, it is minus 1x. 6,000 minus 8,000, it is minus 2,000. X is equal to 2,000. Here all right. We got x value. Let us go for finding y value by substituting x equal to 2,000 in first equation. Where first equation is 9x minus 4y 2,000, that's equal to 2,000. So where x is 2,000, 9 into 2,000 minus y, it's equal to 2,000. It is minus 4y is equal to 2,000. 9 2s are 18. So it will be 18,000. Transfer that to the right hand side. Minus 18,000. Minus get, sorry. Minus 4y. 2,000 minus 8,000 is
minus 16,000.
4000.
16,000.
4000
Y is
sir,
equals to 4000.
4000, sir.
Monthly
Yes.
income is
Y equal
4,000.
to 4. But we want income and expenditures of each person. All right, with respect to A. Very clear. Would imply symbol person A. Person A. His income.
18,000, sir.
Income is 9x. So 9 into x is 2,000. It will be 18,000 rupees. And his expenditure.
16,000.
Expenditure is 4x, sorry, 4y. 4 into where y is 4,000. It is equal to 16,000. Income 18,000 is there. Expenditure 16,000. Obviously, savings will be 2,000. With respect to person B, right? Person B. His income. Income is equal to. Income is 7x.
14,000.
Where x is 2. It will be 14,000. His income is 14,000 rupees. And expenditure. His expenditure is 3y. 3y is equal to 3 into y is 4,000.
12,000.
Equal to rupees.
12,000.
Income is 14,000. Expenditure is 12,000. Therefore, his savings will also be 2,000.
Shivakumar Kesi. Shivakumar Kesi, sit properly.
Let's write the conclusion. Therefore, the income and expenditure of person A are rupees 18,000 and 16,000 respectively. Rupees 18,000 and rupees 16,000 respectively.
Tushar KN, do you have been writing or not? Show me what you have written. Show me, quick. Sir, he has been telling a question or answer. You have been writing. See, empty paper I have been seeing. Empty paper is there. No. You must write down. You must write down. Don't sit simply. Tushar KM. Write it down.
Right. Next. The income and expenditure of person B or his income is 14,000 and his expenditure is rupees 12,000. Respective. Ora.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes. Yes, please.
Pushpa, are you a new student or a old student?
She has changed her name, sir.
No, sir.
Change the name, Amma. What's your name? You must mention that.
Okay, sir.
Nishka, have you completed? Okay. Disha is complete.
Sir, once again explain from substitution. Sir.
Now, dear students, we are moving to exercise. In exercise question, the first two are related to graph only. Hence, I'll move on to the exercise 3.3 directly. Then after completing all, then we will come back to the next method, that is graphical method. Right. Exercise number 3.3.
Sir, area problem, sir.
Area, it comes in exercise only. So that I'm right. I'm going to solve the problems from exercise directly. Area and percentage related, but I have focused on the most expected questions to be asked in the examination. Right. Exercise 3.3. Exercise 3.3. This exercise is related to solving a pair of linear equations in two variables by substitution method. Pawan Kumar. Pawan. Right. First question. Solve the following pair of linear equations. Solve the following pair of linear equations by substitution method. Substitution method. In that, first one is already solved in worked example only. I'm going to take second one. Right. It has been given like this. It is S minus P is equal to 3. Then S by 3 plus P by 2 is equal to 6. Dear students, you may recall the step followed in case of substitution method. First, we will go for writing the given equations in standard form with constants on the right hand side. Already it has been given in the same only. So just go on writing with me. I take S minus T is equal to 3 as first equation. And the second equation, it is S by 3 plus T by 2 is equal to 6. Observe it. In the second equation, in the denominator, we have numbers. So that, can we go for simplifying by taking LCM?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is the LCM?
6, sir.
6.
6, sir.
You may multiply the LCM with all the terms or else you separate a variable. Yeah, LCM is 6. Then first term is 2s. Multiply LCM with second term. You'll get 3t. It's equal to 6. And this can be rewritten as 2s plus 3t. On cross multiplying 6 with this 6, you'll get 30. You may call it as equation 2. According to substitution method, we all know that by taking any one of the two equations, any one variable will be solved. So, which equation would you like to choose?
First equation.
First equation.
Coefficient is least.
T equals to 6 and y equals to 9, sir.
It is S minus T is equal to 3. And which variable can be solved?
S is equal to 3 plus
T.
S is equal to 3
And
plus
S
3.
plus
T,
T,
sir.
I go for solving S equal to T plus T. You may call it as equation 3. After getting third equation, it should be substituted. Third equation should be substituted. Where?
Second equation.
second equation.
Second equation.
Second equation. Because third equation is formed from first equation, hence it should be substituted in second equation. Here again put imply symbol. See that how I am using that for every step. Here substitute equation 3 in equation 2.
A equals to
Very
6
good.
and x equals to 9, sir.
Wait. 2s plus 3t is equal to 36. Where is 3 plus t? 2 into 3 plus t, then plus 3t is equal to 36. Multiply
T is equal to
2 with both the terms. 2, 3 plus 6.
Is equal to 3.
T is equal to 6, sir.
T is equal to 6.
T is equal to 6.
2t plus 3t, it is 5t. Transfer 6 to the right hand side, it becomes minus 6. 36 minus 6, this is 30. Then t is equal to, here 5 ones are 5 6.
S is equal to 9.
Very good.
S is equal to 9, sir.
S is 10.
9, sir. 9.
9, sir.
Substitute.
Sir.
Okay. Substitute t equal to 6 in any one of the three equations. I go for taking third equation. Here 3 plus 6 is 9. Third equation is S is equal to 3 plus 6, which is 9. Conclusion. Therefore, the solution is S equal to 9 and T is equal to 6. Or it's 9 comma 6. Third one. Please don't write, just observe it. It has been given like this. 3x minus y is equal to 3. 9x minus 3y is equal to 9.
3x is equals to 3 plus y, sir.
Hmm.
And 9x is equals to 9 plus 3y, sir.
Observe here. First equation is 3x minus y equal to 3. Whereas second equation, observe the coefficients. Here is 9, here is 3.
3 common, sir.
And here is 9. All are the multiples of 3. Divide them by 3. Here 3 3s are, 3 1s are, 3 3s are. Now look at first equation and this equation. Both are one and the same. What about the ratio? A1 by A2.
1.
3 by 3. 1.
1 is to
1:1.
1.
1.
If all are equal, what do you say?
infinitely many solution.
Infinitely many solutions. So let's go for writing that. Copy the same. But steps myself only will give you. Third equation is 3x minus y is equal to 3. 9x minus 3y is equal to 9. Now let us go for solving it by substitution only. Solution. Let 3x minus y is equal to 3. Call it as equation 1. Then second equation, 9x minus 3y is equal to 9. Call it as equation 2. Next, let me go for taking the first equation. Here, 3x minus y is equal to 3. Solve y. So y is equal to minus 3. Hope that you are understanding. Call it as third equation. Now you will substitute this third equation.
Sir,
here.
minus y is
Minus
equal.
y, sir.
Huh?
Minus y is
No, sir, it is correct, sir.
Correct one. Minus
sir.
5 to right hand. Plus 5 again. Take 3 to the left hand side. Minus 3x minus 3 is equal to 1. And that has been written as y equal to 3x minus 3. Now substitute 3 in 1 or 2. Equation 1 or 2.
Two, sir.
Two.
Two.
2, sir.
sir.
2. Equation 2 is, it is 9x minus 3y is equal to 9, where y is 3x minus 3. 9x minus 3 into 3x minus 3, it's equal to 9. 9x minus 9x minus 3,
minus 3.
sorry, minus 9, it's equal to 9.
Sir, plus
9x
9.
minus
sir.
9x
9,
Plus
sir.
9, sir.
Sir, plus 9,
Plus
sir.
9.
plus 9. 9 minus 9, 0. It is 0. So here, as we are not able to find out the value of x, hence you can say that this has infinitely many solutions. No solution ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಡಿ. Solution ಬರುತ್ತೆ. The reason is here coefficient of x and coefficient of y as well as coefficient constant, all their ratios will be same.
Sir, we can take any value for x and corresponding value for y.
Correct. ಆ ರೀತಿ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು equations because it has infinitely many solutions. If x ಗೆ 1 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ then y value will be zero. If you take 2, it will be minus 3. ಈ ರೀತಿ changes ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. You can take any number of solutions. Right. Right. We know that A1 by A2 is equal to 3 by 9, which is equal to 1 by 3. B1 by B2 is equal to minus 1 by minus 3. It is also 1 by 3. By 2 is equal to transfer 3 to the left hand side. It is minus 3. 9 to the left hand side, minus 9. It's equal to 1 by 2. I'm comparing all these. You can put in place symbol. A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. ಈಗ ನಮಗೆ 0 equal to 0 ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ all of a sudden you are not able to tell whether it has infinitely many solutions or no solutions. Is why we will go for finding all the three ratios. On finding all the three ratios and comparing them, now we are come to know the three ratios are equal. Therefore, we can say that. Therefore, the equations have infinitely many solutions. Infinitely many solutions. Once I repeat, while solving, if you do not get x value or y value, then all of a sudden don't go for deciding whether it has infinitely many solution or no solution. Under such condition, please find the ratios, compare, then you can move. Over.
Sir.
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. Over.
Hope that you have completed. Even your time is also over. Yes, students. Tomorrow you are having the weekly test, and the syllabus is this chapter, pair of linear equations in two variable. From the beginning, that is except consistency and inconsistency. Aditala, adun bit in a remaining part. The remaining part may be related to elimination, substitution, cross multiplication, UV method, then AS method, as well as statement problems, including these questions. Got it? So this much will be there for test. So prepare well now, and I'm very important problems which will appear in the examination. Are it 50% cover mark. In a remaining 50%, whatever I have made you to write, from that only it will be given. Okay. So, and one more last thing I have to tell you regarding submission of worksheet. So please don't neglect, please never neglect submit the worksheet, because every day we have been giving the most important questions which appear in the examination. It is, we are not giving the questions only for the namesake. It should be, those questions should be useful for you. We have been giving such questions, but some students are really, I appreciate them because they are regular in submitting. Even they'll come for the discussion as well through message, text message, or else voice message. Even sometimes they'll send the images as well. Please don't neglect writing sheet questions. So I expect everybody to submit your worksheets from here onwards. So with this, let us stop the class. Thank you very much. And regarding